first of all, can everybody hear me at the back? Is that okay? Thank you. Right. I'd like to start off this afternoon with a special thank you. Lynn mentioned it before, but this is a fantastic venue for an event such as this. And really, I can't remember how many times we've actually met in this room. And it's not always been as pleasant as it is now. But actually, it's a fantastic venue for people to get together. And so from our point of view, I mean, there's a lot of work that goes into not only actually the event itself, but actually getting us here in the first place. And we couldn't do it without Margaret. So Margaret does a fantastic job, not just in terms of, as the Baroness, getting us into the House of Lords, but actually as an ambassador for Semta. So she does a fantastic amount of work, both in the board and in the working environment of Semta, but also outside of that, working with some employees. So I think that Margaret, particularly because she prayed loud and long enough to get the weather, she deserves a round of applause anyway. I'd also obviously like to thank Jürgen, Martin and Colin. I mean, these guys are working and living examples of what it means to actually own as an employer the skills agenda. And this is exactly what this is all about today. It's all about the employee ownership involvement in the skills agenda. And for these three guys, as MDs of large, medium and small who organised the helicopter? It's probably Augusta Westland, which is a UK company. So, but anyway, I mean, both, they represent a wide variety of employers working in this particular industry, and to hear firsthand their involvement with the skills agenda, I think is excellent. Their organisations are deeply involved in it, but of course these are only three examples of what we do. This is happening all over the UK, in Northern Ireland, Scotland, Wales, and England. It's happening. It has been happening. And actually, there is nothing new about the employer-led organisation in the skills agenda. Because when you think about it, any organisation who has anything to do with actually developing their business understands that they have to understand the market. And if you don't understand that it is a market-driven approach that we're looking at, and actually, ladies and gentlemen, you are our market. You are what makes Semta and the organisation without you and without the market and without the organisations and the companies involved in the UK advanced engineering manufacturing sector, we wouldn't have a business. So to actually say UKCES, the Council for Education and Skills, have been going on about a pilot organisation for employer-led involvement. We've been doing this within Semta, I like to think, for a number of years. We have always engaged with our employers to find out just exactly what it is that they want out of our organisation. What can we do as Semta to actually help your business, Martin's, Colin's, Jürgen's, big or small, what is it that we can do to actually help your business become more successful? The UKCS and Vince Cable Biz decided that it should be an employer-led, not through the sector skills, it should actually be an employer-led, basically, organisation. We welcome that fact. We want to see it as that, because actually it's the way that we've been doing it. What you can also see behind me, and the words from Jürgen and Martin and Colin, is that actually the good companies, the companies that are successful, utilise the skills that we have within Semta to develop what it is that we're trying to do. So my message when we look at this £200 million scheme that is available to all of us, through actually providing, it's a pilot scheme, but we're looking at schemes and programs that will help you and your business to develop and grow in what is a very, very competitive international marketplace. It's very difficult, but unless you've got the right skills, unless you've got the right trained skills, you cannot possibly succeed in making the most of the opportunities that present themselves. So my message to everybody here this afternoon is really network. At the end of this, you get the opportunity for more drinks, and use this opportunity to talk to people. Work with Semta and the regional areas and the regional boards who can actually help to direct you into actually accessing this employer ownership fund. And we can help you to develop your business. We can't lead it. It has to be led by you, for you, but we can actually help to facilitate that. And that's actually what we really do well. This morning and this afternoon, we were in a Strategic Chairs Council, people from all over the UK, including Northern Ireland, Scotland, etc., talking about what it is that Semta needs to be doing better. And actually Richard here, who represents some areas of the SME, said these events are fantastic. We're talking about this one here. The only problem is that we're probably speaking to the converted. What we really need to do is to get hold of companies, and you have a role to play in here, and actually get this message out through your regional organisations, through the things that Martin was talking about earlier. You know, these small groups of people. If you start saying, look, within Semta, we can help you to actually develop access to this £200 million employer ownership fund, it will be really, really powerful. And you can actually access this sort of encouragement in terms of business improvement, lean, apprenticeship programs, you know, the work that Bill's doing. These are the sort of areas where you can. And we've got to actually make sure that we use these events to be more effective than what they have been and what they could. There's a lot of things that we could be doing more. I'd like to finish just on one point. We're heading into a very, very important week for the UK. We're heading into, on Friday this week, Friday the 27th, the opening ceremony of the Olympics. Let me just give you some facts and figures about this as a programme. This programme has employed over 46,000 people as a project. Started 7 years ago. It is going to not only finish, I mean, it couldn't finish behind schedule, of course, but it is going to finish on schedule. Every part of the programme is going to be completed. It was an initial budget of £7.3 billion. It's actually going to come in £1 billion less than the budget. There aren't too many programmes in the UK from an engineering point of view that actually come up with that. And anybody who, you know, this is a real showcase, not only UK sporting prowess, but actually the engineering skills that we have within our community. And it was fantastic to see, as you went round, as I did, part of one of the chairmanship of Atkins. I went round the programme 2 years ago, a year ago, 6 months ago. Sitting right in the middle of the programme is an apprenticeship school, because they actually not only did they employ apprenticeships, they actually trained apprentices in civil engineering. So it's a fantastic, I think, showcase of what the UK not only does, hopefully in the sports arena, but actually in the engineering arena itself. And 98% of what was done in the Olympics actually were carried out by UK companies. So it's a fantastic show. I think it's a marvellous achievement. I hope it's equally carried over in the sporting arena. So WIGO is fine. We can do all of that. Andy Murray crying on the centre court. But I think the Olympics is going to be the real showcase. Anyway, thanks very much for your time. Enjoy it. Make sure we get the message out. Really appreciate it. Thank you.